Hi, I'm Angela, and I wanted to take the chance to tell you a bit about a project I'm working on called Bird in a Cage. First of all, where it all started was where I got interested or heard about human trafficking. I was at a conference and just couldn't believe when I heard about the state of the world when it came to slavery. And I couldn't believe that I'd been completely blinded to it. So I'd come home from that conference and it was definitely on my mind. When Don Lord from Hagar contacted our church and asked if we wanted to meet with him and hear a little bit about the work that they're doing in that area. Well, of course, I jumped at the chance and met with Don and another lady, Sarah, and sat down and had a coffee, and I got to hear about the stories of human trafficking victims that they had helped rescue, that they had taken into their restorative homes and taken them through a process of recovery. And hearing some of the stories about the women and children and what they had been through in regards to being sold by their parents into sex slavery. And I was so shocked and I was so burdened by their stories. And after that meeting, I went away and I just heard this little whisper in my mind that said, now that I've opened your eyes to this, you won't be able to close them. And I didn't really know what to do with that, but I know that over the coming months and years I was unable to just leave, that burden just didn't leave me. So started off with doing some fundraising events, but I was so frustrated with the limits of what I was able to raise in terms of funds. And I wanted more people to hear these women and children's stories so that there would be a change. I mean, there are over 40 million people in slavery in the world today, and that just isn't okay. It's the worst epidemic of slavery we've ever had in human history. So it actually came down to when I was sitting on a beach on my summer holiday one year, a couple of years ago, and the words bird in a cage came into my mind. And I just got this imagery of how women and children are like birds that have been imprisoned, who have been put in cages for the pleasure of other people. And I just started thinking on that and thought, well, maybe I could set up a business that would raise money and awareness that would be called Bird in a Cage. So I'm currently trying to get that business started. My long-term goal for this is that each year, it'll be a charitable company, and each year the funds will be, the profits of the company, 100% of the profits will be donated to Hagar and other organisations working in the area of human trafficking. Would love the victims coming out of recovery from Hagar to be able to make some of the products, and that will range from jewellery to homewares to clothing. I don't even know where it might end up, but ultimately I'd love that these women would be able to come out and make the product, earn a new way of living for them and their families, and I'd have the opportunity then to tell their stories with the products that I'm selling. So that's a wee way down the track. But at this point, I'm just trying to raise the money to get this project started. And it's a long-term vision where there's obviously some investment needed to get it started, but then every year it will be contributing to the work of Hagar, which I'm really excited about. So I'd love your support. You can check out my website and my Pledge Me campaign, which finishes in a couple of weeks. And if there's anything you can do to help, I'd love to hear from you.